Listen, Monk Mode Gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro. At the end of the day, in a first world country like America and all other first world countries, and even third world countries, listen, you have to understand when you have resources all the way up, when you can drive whatever vehicle you want to drive, when you got the fleet of exotic cars, when business is booming and you're established, listen, you don't have to try. You don't need to learn about female psychology like alpha male strategies. You don't need to be an alpha male. You don't need a strategy. When you're all the way up, you are the strategy. I repeat, when you're all the way up and you destroyed your lust, you are the strategy. You have unlimited range. I repeat, when you're all the way up, you have unlimited range. When you not up, you need to run game. I repeat, when you're not up, you're going to have to run game. That tells you you're not that guy. You are that horny guy. That's the guy that you are. You're the horny guy. Listen, you're not going to succeed in a first world country being a horny guy. What's going to happen is you're going to end up on child support. You're going to get disrespected. They're going to call you a little boy and you're older than the age of 17. Now, if she call you a boy at 16 years old, listen, it is what it is. You are a boy. You're still a teenager. But when you're 18, you are not a boy. Listen, they want you to play this high school game for the rest of your life. Listen, the agent Smiths in the Matrix are real. The agent Smiths are the females and men. You got females on Instagram saying she only likes bad boys. That's how they get you. That's the agent Smith. She's going to be an attractive woman with a bad attitude, a bad mindset. She only like bad boys. She said all good guys are unattractive. At the end of the day, she's not talking to me because I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm telling you, if you're the good guy, you'll get the Lamborghini. You don't have to worry about attraction. You're the good guy. Listen, if you are not born into multi-billions, if your dad and your mom was not a multi-billionaire, if you're not Jeff Bezos' son, you cannot afford to be a bad boy. Listen, being a bad boy is going to get you bad business deals. Being a bad boy is going to get you a loss of $143 million. Shannon Sharp wanted to be the bad boy. He was so bad, he didn't even give his own daughter, his own seed, even 10 million, even 20 million, 40 million. You gave it to an OnlyFans model so you could fit in and be liked. Shannon Sharp chases validation. He wants to be liked. That's what happens when you want to be liked. When you want to be liked, listen, at the end of the day, you're not going to make it. You're not going to succeed. At the end of the day, when you want to be liked, you're not going to have the Lambo. Because people who want to be liked, they're going to get the Honda. People only like people that are just like them. The 98% of people in the world, no, the 99% of people in the world are unrighteous people. If you want to be liked, you'll be liked by the 99%. You'll do what they do. You'll date the way they date. You'll smash and then pass the way they do. You'll go on a 20v1, get your balloon popped. You'll get disrespected. Oh, I don't like his height. Listen, all women on 20v1, they all have daddy issues. They never had a father in their life. If they did, their father ran off on them. Dudes like DDG, he only can get women with daddy issues. Listen, India Love, she has daddy issues. She literally said she doesn't have a father in her life. Her father was like inactive. He was inconsistent in her life. Those are the women that sexualize themselves. They want you to lust. If she had a father in her life, she wouldn't be like that. She would cover herself up. A real father who actually had resources and was not in survival mode. Listen, at the end of the day, the majority of Americans are all in survival mode because they want to fit in. You cannot fit in America. What a $64 million mansion is right around the corner. You cannot fit in if you don't have 640 million. Listen, at the end of the day, if you were not born into money, do not try to fit in. If you fit in, how could you stand out? Dudes making all these alpha male strategy videos, how to get laid. They can't stand out because 99% of guys think they're alpha and they know the way to get laid. They'll never stand out. 99% of these guys will never drive Lambos. They won't tell you how to get in the penthouse. They're not going to tell you how to get the mansion. They're going to tell you how to get the cheeks. Who cares about the cheeks when cheeks come with child support in a first world country? Yeah, cheeks come with child support in a first world country. If you don't like yourself, you're going to do ugly things because you think you're ugly. Listen, at the end of the day, a lot of these dudes, they be smashing sixes at best. These women are not content creators. These women are not multimillionaires. This is a first world country. Women have Lambos too now. I repeat, women have Lambos too now. So women are stepping their game up. They been on their game. They stepping on dudes like Klay Thompson. Because dudes like Klay Thompson, they can't control their lust. They're stepping on dudes like Russell Wilson. They can get smashed by guys like Future and then come get a Russell Wilson to save him at the end. At the end of the day, do not play this game. The best way to win the game in life is to not play the game. The best way to win the game of life is to not even join. Don't even join the party. A lot of dudes, when you play online, you join the party and now you're online. Now you got access to everybody in the lobby. When you don't join the party of life, you are the party by yourself. I just made a video of me playing pool by myself. It's amazing. Listen, I'm happy by myself. I have high testosterone by myself. At the end of the day, I can run the millions up by myself. It's 2025. You don't need to collab. At the end of the day, a lot of dudes who are out smashing, it's because of their friends. You got to get rid of your friends. You got to cut your family off. Listen, if you were born in a generational curse, you need to be 10 toes down. I repeat, if you were not born and gifted a Lambo at the age of freaking 14 years old before you were even allowed to drive a car, if your father did not have a fleet of 12 different Lambos for 12 different days, at the end of the day, you were born in a generational curse. How do you get out this generational curse? Stop being freaky. Stop having the bedroom bully mindset. This is not the 80s. This is not the 90s. They had songs like boom, shaka, laka, shaka, laka, shaka, laka, shaka, boom, shaka. Bro, we don't have songs like that. We got songs like Eat My Cat, Shut Up, Run Off on Him Twice, He Gonna Pay, He Gonna Spend Everything, I'ma Make Him Go Broke, Suck Him Drop, Make His Eyes Rolls Back, and Leave Him. Get that bread, get that head, and leave. That's what these women are going to do. They're going to get that bread from you. They're going to get the head from you. And they're going to leave. It's a first world country. Times have changed. Listen, the times of sugar daddy, the sugar daddy times are over. That was early 2000s, 1990s, 1980s, 1970s. Leave the money on the dresser. Shut up. And pull your pants down. Not in 2025. If you're pulling your pants down in 2025, you are desperate as a guy. I'm not talking about females. Listen, I do not talk to females on this channel. If they watch, they watch. But I'm talking about men. God said you are the head and not the tail. But what happens is, this is America. This is Babylon. Not only are women confused, but guys are absolutely all the way cooked. Guys are cooked. They only live for coochie. They live for coochie and validation. So when you live for coochie and validation, you're not going to live for your future children and your children's children. You're not going to live for your future. A lot of these dudes, they don't even want to ever be married. So if you don't want to ever be married, what's the point of having SEX? The SEX, vitamin D, that's for your wife. They have to, you got to understand. If you smashing a woman that you're not married to, you are weak. Yeah, you are a weak guy. You only give the vitamin D to your wife. If she's not who you are married to, all you need to be focused on is how you can conquer the world. How you can conquer the world. How you can travel the world. How you can get the mansions in Italy, Monaco, Dubai. How you gonna pull up to Italy speaking Italian. You need to focus on stuff like that. You need to end all generational curses. Until you decide to have a future wife, you do not need to release any seed. You don't need to release nothing. You don't need to smash to relieve. Listen, I do not believe in stress relieving sex. If you're stressed out, you need to go through that and figure it out. But do not get off. Keep that seed. Keep that testosterone. Listen, if you got to do 700 push-ups, do 700 push-ups. Listen, the whole goal of a man is to be strong. Guys do not want to be strong in this Babylonian society called America. Guys do not want to be strong. They want to give it up. I straight heard a dude said, yeah, I can't control myself around women. I'm straight weak. I got away from that guy at all costs. Listen, I will never be around a guy like that. These guys are straight weak and they know it. Listen, what is the benefit of being weak? Listen, you got to see yourself as a Dragon Ball Z character. What is the benefit of being a weak person? Weak people get taken advantage of. A weak person is not the nice guy. The weak person is the bad boy. Yeah, the Agent Smiths lied to you your whole life. The guy who's out smashing, he's losing. Yeah, he's losing. He doesn't have a Lambo. 9 times out of 10, the guys who have Lambos, listen, they're very busy. They're taking care of families. They're bosses. Bosses take care of families. Guys don't want to be the boss, so they don't want to take care of family. Listen, you got to take care of your future family, your future children, your future wife. How are you going to do that if you're not the boss? She has to go to work and serve another boss. Listen, at the end of the day, absolutely not. My wife, listen, I'm going to pay her $30K in allowance a month. At the end of the day, don't hate, just get your resources up. Listen, you think $30K a month is going to hurt my pockets? You're crazy. At the end of the day, I will be fully established. Listen, I'm trying to own exotic car dealerships where I sell only Lambos, Uruses, Ferraris, McLarens, Rolls Royces. If it's not those, I'm not selling it. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm going on a generational run. I'm not trying to have no generational curse. I'm not in competition with my dad. I block my dad. My dad, he's the type of guy, he want a bedroom bully. The bedroom bully. He want to smash as much females as possible. Guess what? He's 50 years old with no vehicle. He's 50 years old with no suburban life. He lives in a hood because he wanted to be the bedroom bully. Listen, America is expensive. Guys are in relationships. They don't understand finances. They're not bosses. So what that means, according to my calculations, they don't understand. 1 year worth of dating in America will cost you like $150K. All these AMS red pill coaches will tell you sex is free. No, sex that's free, that's called dangerous in America. Now in a third world country, that's different. But in a first world country, if you're paying for it, you're paid for play. Listen, it's best to leave it alone. It's best to just focus on a multi-millions. You got to stay focused on the goal. Listen, life is just like a ship in the water. If you follow the map, you're going to land. If you start worrying or looking at other spots, instead of going, the map tells you to go straight down there, bossa left, bossa right, bossa left, bossa right. And you guys are gonna go straight down, then you're gonna U-turn. Then you're gonna bossa right, bossa left, bossa right, bossa left. Listen, you're going the wrong way. Dating is going the wrong way. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. He who finds a sex partner, a F buddy, you're going the wrong way. You're headed to your destruction. At the end of the day, you got to understand. Go on a generational run and end generational curses, but first you have to destroy your lust. A lot of men cannot survive at high upscale neighborhoods because they're too busy smashing. If you're too busy smashing, how are you handling business? How do you have time to handle business and smash 70 other females? How do you have time to AMS run game on a whole roster of women? What are you, a pimp? They're talking about rosters and they're not bosses. A boss have a roster of people that they pay on their roster, but they do financial things like they help out business-wise. They're not getting smashed. At the end of the day, if you want to be a boss and then smash women, listen, you're going to be just like that CEO had to step down and he lost millions. Yeah, he got caught on the kissing cam with the head of HR. You're going to be just like that guy because you couldn't leave the cat alone. That's not who he's married to. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. He should have went home to his wife. But a lot of dudes, they pick the wrong women. A lot of dudes, they're not upfront. They don't ask before they marry, can I smash you every hour to the hour whenever I get it, whenever I feel like it. They don't even conversate with women. They just surprise women. Listen, at the end of the day, listen. Monk Mode Gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro, if you don't destroy your lust and you become a CEO, you're going to have to step down and lose millions, just like that CEO who got caught with the head of HR. If you get to the multi-millions and you don't control your lust, you want to fit in with society, oh, you're going to get Shannon Sharp. Oh, you're going to get Tory Lane. He got hit up 14 times and he's still in jail. And supposedly he's not even the one who bust the gun. Listen. He wanted to be around SCX workers. He wanted to fit in. Mr. Organic. You got to be around women 24/7 or your GAY. Listen, those are Agent Smiths in the Matrix. Do not pay attention to the Agent Smiths. The Agent Smiths are all around you. Listen, dudes did not pay attention in the Matrix. Only the 1% are the righteous. The 99% of everybody are Agent Smiths. He focused on a female in a red dress. He turned around. Agent Smith had the gun like this. Stop. He had to pause it. Yeah, she's going to devour you too. You focus on that beautiful woman in that red dress. Listen, instead of just giving her a compliment, now how you doing today? And keep it moving, he got to turn around. Ooh, that's when you turn around and look at the bubble like, ooh, Agent Smith. You're turning the ship the wrong way. Every time you turn around and look at that bubble, you're turning your ship the wrong way. You wonder why you can't go straight in life. You wonder why you can't focus in life. The straight line is the focus. When you turn around for that bubble, listen, that's not your wife. Keep it moving. Those are the Agent Smiths. Go forward in life. Stop going backwards. You guys are turning around going backwards. You wonder why it takes you longer to get there. Listen. Monk Mode Gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro.